All right. Okay. I've done zero work since yesterday because I've been sorting my life out. Just had a doctor's appointment. Had to phone the bank again. Um, but now it's time. I was thinking about this last night though, instead of sleeping. Um, so the point we're at is, um, let's do a full example here. So I can create a project with get rid of these breakpoints. So I have a sample block here with some automation data. I could put another track with another block. We could go onto this other workspace, put another track with another block like that. Then we could say we could say save project as blah. Then we could create a new project and we can go import blah, wherever it is. Where is it? Did I not save it as blah? Whoa, what's going on there? Why doesn't... okay, that was weird. Was I just blind? I'll have to watch that back. Did I not see it? Was there a problem? Look. I couldn't see it in the list. Okay, whatever. So this is the contents of the project. Without fully loading it, I've just like peeked into the zip file and looked at the contents. And actually, maybe this should be improved a little bit because I've just noticed. So the first workspace, this one has two tracks on it, which would be track 1 and track 2, and then I put another track on this workspace, which was also called track 1. But you can see the hierarchy is a bit weird because it's not organizing it by workspace. But other than that, so it's just going through and listing all of the blocks, all of the samples, all of the tracks, all of the workspaces. So we've got, this isn't a bug, we've just got two tracks that are both called track 1, which is a bit confusing. But this is all the kind of stuff that I would improve. These are just annoyances that the user would deal with. I'm not going to work too much on improving this right now because I want to get through this. But so you could drag all of the stuff that you want to actually import into this project, the current project, and then you could just say import. And at the moment, the only thing I implemented was sample importing, and then it crashes on this because this is just temporary code. Okay. So the way this is working is, let's see, and my glasses have just steamed up because I've been walking through the village in the sunlight and I got a sweaty forehead. 1 second. Right. So what's going on is we're loading this the project file, which is like blah.blockade, and we have like blocks inside of it, and we have a block, for example, a sample block, and this has a reference to, this has an ID that says ID 1, and this has it has a reference to a sample, for example, maybe that has ID 2, So these are both inside the project. Yeah. So we're going through each thing in the project, and for each one, now first of all, in order to get the information about what items are in the project, we first run this decode routine, which generates this thing called in fact, let's use the text tool. That would be better. A thing called a slim model. It's just the name of a type of data structure that exists in Blockhead. So this is a model that contains information, like project information. So that it has it's just like a little database of everything in the project file. And this is this thing called a mutable data structure. So you can copy it around really cheaply through the magic of immutable data structures. And so what I'm doing here is I'm passing this model to this import routine. And there might be more blocks as well. Let's say we have another block with ID 3, for example. So the IDs are always unique. So block 1, sample 2, block 3. Maybe we have another sample. Sample 4. So this refers to that one. So these are equivalent. Is this making sense? Right. So depending on what the user selects to actually import, basically we're going to, let's say the user selects all of these items to import, because they can mix and match. They can pick the things that they want to import from the project. There might be another project as well that they imported, something else .blockhead, and that also might have something called block with an ID of 1 within the project file. So there's a conflict here, but it's not going to matter because we're going to generate new IDs for all of the objects that we import. Also, if the user selects this block to import but doesn't explicitly select the sample to import, then the sample is going to be imported anyway because the block has a reference to the sample. But if they select both the block and the sample shouldn't be imported twice. So that's another consideration. But one of the things I was thinking about is, one of the issues that I was thinking about is, so we're going to generate a new, say that we're importing this block from the project file, we're going to use that information to generate a new block with a new ID. So it's going to end up like block, I don't know, 57 or something. It's just going to be a new ID that's generated. And then the sample is also going to be imported with a new ID. So it'll be sample 58, whatever. Doesn't matter what the IDs are. The only thing that matters is that they're unique. And so this block now needs to be updated. The block data needs to be updated to point to this new sample rather than what it was pointing at before. If we just copy this data over. And yeah, we have a second. If the user's importing from 2 different project files, then this is going to create a second database of information. So I'm just trying to think if it doesn't make sense to merge these 2 databases into one big database. I don't think it does. But yeah, that's the conclusion I reached last night when I was lying in bed. Was when I'm doing this import routine, I should be organizing things so that I do it file by file. So, for example, if I import things from multiple files, so this one that I created a minute ago, this one. So here you can sort by file. So that's all of the stuff in blah. This is all the stuff in test up from here to here. This is all the stuff in test 2. So no matter like what combination of things, because you can just pick things from these project files to add. No matter what combination of things that you decide to add, when it comes to the import, I should do it file by file. I should figure out what are the things from this file, import all of those, and then this file, and then this file, rather than just doing it in whatever order I. At the moment, I think the way I've written it is I do all of the blocks first, and then all of the samples, then all of the tracks, and all of the workspaces. But that's no good. I need to organize it so that I do each file in turn. So all of the blocks, samples, tracks, and workspaces in the first file, and then in the second file, and then in the third file. Because then everything's really simple. Because I'm just dealing with this database of things first, then this database, then this database. It's simpler when it comes to like resolving conflicts and remapping these IDs when I have objects that refer to other objects. For example, when I have a sample block that refers to a sample within the database. If I do it like block by block or sample by sample, obviously that gets ridiculously complicated. But if I do it file by file, then it's simple, right? Theoretically. I think so. Okay, so I've yammered on for 30 minutes. Yeah, people were saying that they enjoyed the like short videos better. So I was actually gonna just record one of these horrible hour-long videos that everyone hates, but maybe I should just stop it there. Because that's like I drew a diagram in MS Paint. People love these diagrams. It seems a lot of positive feedback on the diagrams.